Okay, so this is Dumb Money Concepts for February 5th, the NASDAQ. Let's look at what happened, and we can kind of see my logic. And I was doing this on live stream on the very, very open. You can see we had some wicks on the open here. Now, the very open, let's break it down candle by candle. You had some wicks here, which what? It tells you that it's failing to make a new high, right? So what does that mean? It means it's going to go in the reverse direction with Dumb Money Concepts, right? So in the reverse direction, you've got the levels here, which we satisfied, right, before going to new highs, right? So we've then failed to make a new low, right? So what do? We go in the reverse direction, so we target the new highs, right? Now we're gaining all of these levels, and these are retests of that previous failure that we had tried to gain before. So we've now gained that, and that gave the launch pad that we needed in order to get to new highs. Now I'm going to break this down on different time frames as well. So you can see, let's jump up to the 1 hour and see what happens, because you do need to correlate all of the different time frames to make sure everything's making sense. Now, when we're opening on the day, on the 1 hour, not a whole lot showing here, right? We kind of had this candle that actually closed 30 minutes into the day. So we were waiting for that candle to see if we were actually going to fail, right? If we failed to make a new high here, we would have for sure been a bear. And that's what I was watching on the live stream. But it was really, really iffy. So what we ended up doing is we did take that short. We took that short still after that failure. But I knew it was going to get bought back up because of that 1 hour close, because we gained that level. So we then can take buys down here and let the thing go. So after it goes and we see that 1 hour close, we then see the next hour here failing to make these new highs, right? So then what happens on that is you could have tried to take a short, right? And you would have probably been wrong actually this time, because it did rock it up. But that allowed you to come back down and test the next level down. Now, the issue here is there's no close swing low. So that's the only level that they could have touched, was that previous level here. This is the closest swing low that we could have gone to, right? So when we're looking at then the 4 hour, how did the 4 hour close? Well, the 4 hour, we're closing above that level as well. So the 4 hour is really strong and bullish. So we probably don't want to be in shorts. So we probably wanted to be longing with everything showing long side, right? Let's delete everything here. And then looking for those levels. Now, we're back down to the 15 as the price is going along. Well, what we've done here is we've gained that. We see that, okay, maybe I did enter a short, okay? I did enter a short somewhere around here. Maybe I had some sort of ad back up here or something, like maybe I DCA'd in this zone. Let's just draw kind of a level, right? Maybe this is what we did, right? Was we entered a short immediately, and this was kind of our short zone, our hunter zone that I like to talk about with Dumb Money Concepts. And you've got the hunter zone is also your red zone generally, right? But then we see, okay, it's wicked down here, failed to make that new low, and we've closed in that red zone, which was previously our hunter zone, our snares that we placed, right? So maybe we had entered a second trade even, but the reality is you would have entered one here. You would have entered maybe another one up here. Maybe you missed it. And then you see these candles closing. Well, you better get out. You better be getting out of that trade, because that's a really strong sign that it's going to be going against you. 15 minutes, a pretty strong candle move. And despite also, this is a pretty strong move up as well. You could have shot for shorts. I'm just showing you that this is what happens when you're wrong. And I did actually try to take a short on a combine, and then it ended up not working out for me. On the live stream, though, we were a little bit safer, and we played that open, and we made money on the funded account, that is, right? And then you would have just been able to continue up. Now, what happens next is we've got another 30 minutes until this 4 hour close. So if you guys want to look back on this later, you want to make sure that this closes above in order to continue to the bull side, as well as, you've got a 2 hour here. So you're probably going to be bouncing off of that level, and a 1 hour as well. So they are pulling back now after rejecting off of this pass-through level, right? And then this should be buying up this zone. So your next zone here, you can look at this later, and I'm quite confident this is your next zone. Assuming that the 4-hour closes above, this is where we're going to be buying off of. If the 4-hour closes below, this is then going to turn into a rejection, and they're going to go to the downside. Guys, that's all Dumb Money Concepts. Follow for more.